Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is episode number 27.
No, this is episode 28.
Oh, damn. We've been overachieving.
Yes, episode 28. What we're going to do this time, we have decided that we are going to split our very long podcast because sometimes it's getting a little bit too overwhelming. So we decided that we're going to stick to the part one, which is going to be news, and it's going to be a separate episode. And then we're going to do the actual main topic that sometimes can get a little bit longer than the actual news part.
So, welcome to the weird news. And this will hopefully be topical. I've got a lot of AI stuff.
I don't have a lot of AI stuff.
Excellent. That's a good counterbalance that we need.
Perfect. Well, I do have the first one for the AI. I can kick it off. Actually, You know what? Some of it is AI. However, have you heard of the Grok anime girl?
Oh yeah, I had this one on my list as well.
I mean, this is so much fun. So for anyone who doesn't know, so what happens? Basically, the next Grok anime girl AI. So many are talking about it. They called it Annie, and it's a goth-style, hypersexualized anime-inspired companion avatar by X. Our favorite friend of the channel, Elon Musk.
Anyway, Elon Musk could not be more divorced now.
It's like he needed a digital wife, I guess.
So anyway, in theory, this is what the same thing that a lot of different companion apps are doing, but this one crashes so often because I heard journalists just experimenting with it, and they could get it to just start repeating nonsense instantly, and it would break down. And there's the other one he created called Rudy, which is sort of like a children's action figure red panda.
No, I haven't seen that one actually. I just read about this one.
It also has a mode where you can activate Bad Rudy and it starts swearing at you. It starts threatening you.
Was it like a few days ago before this Annie release that the whole Grok went
anti-Semitic?
Yeah, exactly.
Things we cannot say.
Yeah.
And aside from that, the Rudy AI it's ostensibly designed as if it's made for children, but they put in a mode where it just curses at you like it's a teenager that just learned a new word. And even aside from that, the whole red panda aesthetic is just infantilizing, so I don't know who this is for. I can understand the anime girl more. I don't like it, but I understand it more. But this red panda thing is who is a 12-year-old that's using Twitter?
This was my concern. I'm like, if you're 12 years old and you're on Twitter and you're like, you know what I'm gonna do? Swear mode. I want this panda to use strong words. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But it was just funny because I wrote it down in bullet points Annie appears to be a busty blonde, pigtailed waifu reminiscent of Death Note's Misa Amane and is designed to flirt, tease, twirl in lingerie as if it engaged in explicit roleplay, from seductive dialogue to softcore narratives, often lacking clear safety boundaries. I'm this is insane.
He knows his audience.
But the guy's you know what we should do? Make it an anime waifu. But basically, controversial takes included strong criticism for marketing such an adult content directly to a wide audience, including even under 12-year-old users, via a 12+ App Store rating. So basically, when he uploaded it to the App Store, he's like, oh, it's going to be 12+, not 16, not 18. So he's under regulation. But let's put it this way, or under the terms and conditions for that. So basically, cringe.
yeah. This is very something a 4chan troll would come up with but never finance.
Yeah, that's so idea, true. That's
right?
Such a nice way of saying it.
Yeah, but it appears Elon Musk does not understand that this is an idea that's funny in your brain, but you're not supposed to put money into it. But I don't know. We wish him all the best.
As always, he's gonna be on this channel next time.
This bot is going to do ridiculous things, and I can already tell because XAI is one of the most overworked yet underpaid companies working in AI right now. And then at the same time, Grok sold a contract for $200 million to the Department of Defense.
3 days after there was the very anti-Semitic AI broke out.
I can just imagine all the soldiers standing there and being like, "Men, we know what we're fighting for: anime waifus."
Yes. That's how you market the army. The U.S. Army is strong. Oh my God, it's crazy. What else do you have?
A McDonald's hiring bot exposed millions of applications data to a hacker who tried the password. Guess what the password was?
Password?
No, 1234566.
Oh my god, okay, that was that would be my next guess.
So basically, these guys they were trying a whole bunch of passwords as like a red team exercise,
Okay.
and they just showed that it could be done. They didn't do anything nasty with it, and it wasn't officially from McDonald's either.
So it was
Yeah.
like a cybersecurity company.
Yeah. Hackers with a long track record of independent security testing.
There you go.
Uh-huh. So they just tried the most basic thing and it worked, and they showed McDonald's just how much data was at risk from their like dumb practices of this sort of nature.
There's a new thing that is growing online, is basically where users are kind of hacking everything using AI. So
Yeah.
it's like AI prompt hacking. So because now a lot of these, let's say first level customer support solutions, or let's say like hiring and recruitment
Yeah.
bots, or even email response bots that are using, let's say, all the LLM tools that are connected to the databases internally. So in a nutshell, long story short, these hackers, they basically are AI prompt hackers.
Yeah.
So in cybersecurity, you had like the red team, the blue team, the social engineering. Now it's like AI prompt hacker engineer. So basically, you just find ways to work around these, let's say, LLMs to get what you need.
Yeah. So this was the entire program was run by Paradox AI, and they were the company that built the site. And the guys who did this, they found it via a Reddit post that was complaining about the hiring chatbot wasting applicants' time.
Interesting.
So they suddenly decided to let's see how good this thing is in a security context.
Okay, I like that. So I like when Reddit does things that are actually helpful somehow.
Yeah. Anyway, they went on, and the website's called Mick Hire, so obviously. And they figured out all the employee listed, and there appeared to be Paradox AI developers, seemingly based in Vietnam.
Ooh.
Yeah. They found a link within the platform to apparent test job postings for that non-existent McDonald's location, clicked on one posting, applied to it, and could see their own application on the backend system, and now they had access to it. So they double tested from like both the front and the back.
Wow.
And they could have done a lot of damage from this, which is kind of the point, right?
What did we learn? Even big companies are sometimes so responsible with user data.
It's because they do this to contractors who just don't care what happens to the big company.
That's also true. I also read somewhere that like currently we're living in an age where we're gathering data, but now, and it's like there's a data informational age, right? Where we have a lot of information. So now we're in an age of filtration, but then in both of these times, like the data is not encrypted. So there was like a cybersecurity company that basically said, okay, we're already past the informational age. We're in the filtration age. What do we have to do to make sure that we're in an encryption age where all the information that is being gathered is encrypted right away? Because they're like, what if quantum computing comes on? And then that means not only now data is exposed, let's say behind like a password 1234566, but how can we make sure that it's encrypted for the quantum computing and then obviously decrypted later on? So like it's a very new way of thinking as well.
It's also even aside from data encryption and security and that sort of stuff, the filtration should also apply to information just generally, because it's so easy to produce junk data and slop.
But that's what AI is doing now, right? So it produces it filters through, let's say, 50 sources, but then it gives you slop.
Yeah.
So it's about curation, right? It's about let's say selection, filtration, curation of data.
Will just become the kind of most new jobs are just gonna be making sure there's no nonsense in the training data.
Maybe, yeah, will be. My next news is actually kind of integrated into what McDonald's had. So Instagram randomly bans a bunch of users. So Instagram has recently come under fire after thousands of users, including individual businesses, were banned in suspense despite not violating any community standards. Many suspect that these actions are basically an AI-powered system update that they have released. So it basically starts flagging innocent accounts that they're, like child exploitation, account integrity issues without actual like human oversight. And a lot of people, they basically got affected, and businesses started complaining as well on Reddit. So affected users say appeals were ignored, support was unreachable, effectively blocking recovery. Even I've read about one user who recovered their accounts and got banned the next day for the same violation. So basically the AI again flagged it and blocked it.
Yeah, because it's looking for similarities, and if the person's behavior and name and so on are similar, it probably just
No. His account got basically restricted, and he finally got to the support. So basically, they also say if you get a check mark, you pay a subscription, so you get premium support.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy got premium support after a week of like not being able to reach, let's say some sort of the support. He reached the support. They unblocked his account. He said, "Thank you for recovering your account. Now you can log in here." And then next day, "Hey, you were blocked because of violation of child exploitation." He's like, "I'm a business. Like I sell like paint." Right? So basically, social media thread, especially on Reddit, basically flooded these stories, and Instagram suspends you even if you don't break the rules. There's no way to recover the account now, even if you pay for Meta Verified and complain for weeks. So, and Meta acknowledges it, says, yeah, it's some sort of moderation issue. We need more people. We will do it. And informed that it is AI behind these bans and that actually they haven't violated anything. So meanwhile, assured it's like under investigation. But interesting. So basically they connected an AI bot, said, filter this out. It filtered it out, banned a bunch of people unreasonably. And people struggle, businesses struggle from that, so they lose money, and obviously Instagram is not going to be responsible for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons so much like social media traffic is down. Because an automated system just constantly flags you for nonsense, and then you have to fix stuff. It's happened to us.
That's true.
It's happened to us. We've been suppressed by big YouTube.
That's true. What was it? Ad blocker?
We did an episode about marketing on ad blockers, and the automated system just said you're not allowed to discuss ad blockers. I'm like, we're discussing why they're bad for your marketing revenue. If anything should be allowed, it should be you guys allowing this. You're shooting yourself in the foot.
I've seen as well. I watched this YouTube channel. It's got Some Ordinary Gamers, like an Indian guy in Canada, and he explained that when he made his video about ad blockers, and actually 30% of internet uses ad blockers, his video got shut down. It was removed.
Yeah, same happened to us, I guess.
Crazy.
It's just automated. They think that this system is just really smart, but it's just, I don't know. They're willing to put up with the loss of revenue from those few things just so that nobody ever has to, discuss ad blockers at all.
They also they win with internally not spending money on operations, right? So let's say on internal team. So they're like, we're gonna win anyway. So for us, it's cheaper to block a few YouTubers. We're still gonna make money because we don't need an army of like thousands of people working.
Yeah, where else are they gonna go?
Exactly. What else are you gonna watch?
Yeah. I have something else, more of another AI story, which is two of them that are kind of related. Some experts are expecting there to be like a subprime AI problem.
Okay.
And, so subprime usually refers to the subprime mortgage crisis that happened in the 2000s, which is people overbought housing expecting the value to go up. So they're kind of saying it's a similar bubble that's going on with a lot of AI stocks. Not the main ones, but a lot of them,
Okay.
Where it's becoming clearer and clearer that only a few of these companies will survive and will become the dominating factor within the industry. And at the same time, OpenAI just started saying that, like, for the free version, we're going to put in affiliate links to earn money. So these two things are sort of being connected by people and saying, hey, you're bleeding money, so you're going to have to do something. But so you're going to add affiliate links and advertising into OpenAI and ChatGPT's all of its operations to earn back some of that money. And specifically, there's two ways to look at this. One, some people are saying, oh, this will work and make the AI actually revenue neutral, maybe, blah blah blah, which I don't this will be one of the things that might help it. I'm not super against it because, well, this led to the downfall of Google, but at the same time there was a nice little balancing act that Google could have done where Google was still nice to use without everything interrupting you constantly with ads. But at the same time, it's so soon.
I feel that as soon as we will have like meta users or fake Instagram AI users commenting, and that will be an ad function, that we're completely gonna mess up our brains. The same we discussed last time. I think it was a piece of news about Reddit change my mind r/change my mind,
Oh,
where
yeah.
they basically connected a bunch of bots and they had to change the mind and opinions of users by having their like account backgrounds, posts, and data. When that's gonna happen on AI, where you're like, oh, open AI, if someone Googles for this solution, give my company, like
Yeah.
shout out my company, give me in the bullet list number one. So we're done. Like then we're cooked.
Also, at what point will the AI be incentivized to favor answers that push affiliate links?
No idea. I'm not that smart. But I think as soon
Just
as
think
that
about
happens,
it.
it's done.
Think about it. Like, if there's a company that's paying OpenAI to be more transparent and sponsored, and there's an answer that's kind of related to it, but not fully, but the AI finds a way to get revenue, pay-per-click revenue, for example, just by pushing that in there as one of like its bullet points. If it can find a way to subtly put it in, you wouldn't realize you're getting bad information because of like a sponsored post or something.
But then you cannot choose. My problem with that is that if I Google something and I get 10 ads, I'm gonna go with the one that has the best copywriting, the best meta, the best way. Like anyway, maybe I don't like the name of the company, right? It's that simple. It's about that perception. But in this case, when I Google something or like go to like a GPT and ask, and it gives me top 5 and nothing else, and I have to pick, and let's say 5 of them are paid.
Yeah. No, my issue is that not everyone does that.
That's true. That's different.
Some people are barely literate in the internet,
I forget that actually 70% of the people, by the way, this is interesting news, don't have access to internet. 70% of people in the world do not have access to internet. Can you imagine? It's crazy.
And don't have stable access to the internet.
That is also maybe
a bit different.
So yeah, insane. I don't know what's gonna happen.
But yeah, I mean, the ChatGPT is also just, you had to do a little bit of effort on Google.
Yes.
Right? You had to sift through things, you had to look through reviews, blah, blah, blah. And now people just kind of completely trust this AI system to tell them, this is the best option for you. I'm like, how does it know? What metrics is it using? No, it's really smart because it's a machine. I'm like, no, that's not how this works, guys. It's all about parameters. It's not magic. Please, for the love of God.
I read somewhere that people who perceive GPT as magical actually have lower IQ.
Oh yeah, I read that study as well. I thought it was too mean to include in the news, by the way. So I was like, my GPT bashing needs to temper down a little bit.
I saw it.
I don't mean to bash. I think it's a great technology, but my problem is that people think it's magic, and I'm like, take 2 minutes to learn about it. You'll get a better idea of like, oh, these are its limitations, these are its possibilities.
Yeah, it's about this like skepticism actually, which is the main topic where we're going to talk about later on.
Yeah.
So please listen to it once you get there.
It will be in a different video.
Yes, and it will be in a different the next episode or the next part of the episode for the podcast. But what we will speak about that, and that is specifically like, hey, how being more, let's say, skeptical makes you a much better user online.
Yeah.
I have another piece of news actually about being skeptical.
Nice.
So, have you heard of a subreddit called Overemployed?
Oh yeah. You're gonna. I think we talked about this. Introduce the viewers, readers, listeners.
So there was there's a subreddit called Overemployed. It's basically people that have like a second job, a third job, a fourth job. But there was this guy called it a Tale of Sohom Paresh. So the guy, whoever didn't see, this is pretty cool. So basically what he did, the guy is in India, right? So he's in India. What he did, he started applying to like Silicon Valley AI startups, and he started applying to so many. He got hired to 4. He said he was working like 120 hours a week, but basically he was getting 4 salaries while working fully remote for 4 companies until basically, so he allegedly held positions in 3-4 tech startups at once, including Playground AI, Leaping AI, Digger, Synesthesia. That's actually a pretty cool tool.
You're talking about Synthesia? Or
yeah,
Synesthesia, because those are...
Synthesia.
Oh, that's the piano one, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that tool.
Yeah, it's a great
really
tool. So basically, his duplication of roles was exposed by Playground AI founder on X, triggering confirmations from other startup
He
founders.
started messaging other founders on Twitter, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
started talking to them in their DMs and saying, "You know this guy? Does he work for you as well?"
I've seen the screenshot. I'm like, this is such a like, man, the world is a village. So basically, he aced all the interviews, reportedly placing like in top 0.1%. So he like. Basically, he was very good. Let's put it this way. He's very good in lying. And his motivation was basically to be overemployed, was driven by dire financial needs and debt. So working grueling 12, 14 hours a day and sacrificing sleep, he still basically tried to do that. While technically he was proficient, but he lacked availability and inconsistent output for his basically code. But I read as well somewhere that he did not use, he was writing his own code with just supplementing it with like other AI coders, but he never rehired anyone. He never used AI. And when they interviewed him somewhere, he basically said, I like coding. I like my job. I just needed, money.
He was in severe debt
Yeah.
from the university, I'm betting.
Yeah.
But South Asians built different. Telling you.
But it's very interesting for me that he's just basically honest, said I just needed money and I applied and that's it. That's all I did. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool piece of news about being overemployed and this guy just like being so good in interviews and really sucking into coding.
Next one, I've got a Reddit story.
Ooh, I love Reddit.
No,
anything Reddit related, I love it.
This was on the OpenAI subreddit, and a guy was asking, "Hey, I worked on a book with ChatGPT, and it's around 487 MB with all the text and visuals. ChatGPT has tried the Google Colab way, but it's not working. I don't know whose fault this is. Is there a way that can help me resolve this issue and save months of work?" He wants to download the file, basically. You know. So, and the users underneath are like, "It didn't create a 500 MB file, it lied to you, man." And the next guy's like, "Possibly lies. It's telling you what you want to hear and playing along in role." So for months he's been talking to the AI, telling it to compile this one file. And the AI is just like, it's not programmed to do that. So it's just
I have a file.
Yeah, it just keeps doing this and saying, yeah, bro, I'm working on it.
Oh my god.
This
is so sad.
I know, months of work.
Oh, I've seen someone as well using it. I do it sometimes. I put it on my phone and then I basically record they have like conversations with it, right? And then I'm like, can you just send it over, right, to me, or can you do this, or put it in a file or an Excel, and then I go on PC and just download it. Yeah. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it's like, yes, I will do that, and I log in. I'm like, chat disappeared, or like invalid input, cannot do, or error on server. I'm like, useless. This is useless.
Yeah, no, that's why you don't use it for long form writing, guys. We talked about it earlier about like the limitations and the possibilities. Use it for little paragraphs, okay? It cannot do the 500 MB file because its points run out anyway. What are they called?
Credits.
The credits, thank you. The credits run out, so don't even try to. It's not going to generate a fucking Ulysses-sized novel for you.
Well, that's I think that's a good learning from mistakes of others.
Yep, definitely.
Do you have anything else?
Not really. There's I guess we could go into the funny political news that's for just a little bit.
Yes, go ahead.
So Donald Trump was at a rant at a tech summit, which is why I'm covering this. We cover tech stuff. And he told a detailed story about how his uncle taught the Unabomber at MIT. And here's the thing. The Unabomber never went to MIT. And his uncle died in 1985. So this is just like America just cannot stop hiring people with dementia. It's just pushing grandpa and saying, "Hey, you're good to drive."
So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say actually, because this is just true. This is dumb, and the guy just invents things. He's like, "It's all lies." The news is a lie, and then he's like, "You know what? I went to space yesterday." It's like he's like a kid, right? He's
Yeah.
literally has a kid. He just fantasizes
That's
about
exactly
things.
what H.R. McMaster said about him. He was his military. I think he was the head of the Department of Defense the first time around he was elected, and he's like, he does not listen to anything. He just like gets sidetracked. I have to print out the entire briefing manual on like one page so he'll read it. Otherwise, if it's any longer, he just does not care.
It's true. Yeah.
It's like getting a kid to do his homework, and then he's like getting in all this trouble where he keeps forgetting that he campaigned on releasing the Epstein files and stuff like that.
I don't want to get into that one. That one is just a full drama. Someone messaged me saying, "Did you see?" I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I really just don't care anymore. It's
No,
a theater, man. It's a whole theater.
No, I love it because every one of these people thought he was going to do it.
I don't know. It's like ChatGPT. Yeah, bro.
Look, I think it's rude to ask Donald Trump questions about Epstein. He's grieving. It was his best friend. He died, okay? His best friend died, and you keep asking him questions about the Epstein files.
Just like his
Shame on you, media. Shame on all of you.
Fake news. Fake news. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for listening. This was the first time and the first let's say part of what we're doing with this episode, and go listen to the next one because we will be covering the next topic, the main topic, which will be technophobia in the tech industry. So don't miss out.
Check it out. Peace.